Hey, what's up, everyone? I wanted to talk a little bit about kratom. I do in some of my other videos, but this is more about kratom as an opiate and alcohol withdrawal tool, right? And so this video is going to be pretty short because the sun is setting or whatever on the back of my property, and it's pretty big. And there's the front side that way. But, anyways, I decided to come out here. So when it comes to kratom, right? There's not a lot of information out there, and a lot of people are speculating. They don't quite know. They read a quick little article about it. They watch little YouTube video, and there's not a lot of information on there. So just so you know, kratom, the what is it called? Metragena speciosa, I believe it's called Metragena. It comes from the Southeast Asia, right? It comes from Indonesia. Indonesia, it grows wild. Malaysia and southern Thailand, I believe, actually farm it and use it in their culture. And then there are other, like Borneo and Bali that use it as well. Or at least it comes from that area. A lot of people get red Borneo or whatever. But one thing that I want to clear up about kratom is that there's all of these strains, all these colors, and all of that stuff. And if you know what I know about kratom, the truth is the veins, the red vein, the green vein, and the white vein, those are actually just the same plant, but just at different stages of its development, right? I believe the white is its earliest, and it turns green, and then right before the leaves fall off and die, then it's red. But mainly the colors matter depending on how it's dried and processed. And I will not say that the colors of kratom don't matter, because I will tell you the white always makes me feel like I'm having a heart attack. And some people it gives a lot of energy to, but for me it just makes my heart palpitate. The green is so, but the one that's always stood out to me is the red. Now, if you are coming off of alcohol, opiates, and stuff like that, the withdrawal effects will be lessened with the red vein kratom. Now, a lot of experts and scientists will say that the alkaloids with all three different colors and all that stuff are the same, but it's just the whole argument of, well, I can feel a difference. Oh, well, is that the placebo effect? Is that your own brain telling you it's different? And when we have different people who are just starting kratom for the very first time, all saying the same thing and saying that it helps them, I'm inclined to believe that there is a subjective factor. Now, objectively, we can say that there's no chemical compound that's different between the veins and stuff, but subjectively, I would have to say that red is the most potent, and it's the best when it comes to relieving the symptoms of opiate withdrawal and stuff like that. Now, let me say, first of all, I found out about kratom when I was going through methadone withdrawal, and methadone withdrawal is a lot different than normal opiates, right? So when you take Percocet, methadone, or when you take Percocet, morphine, and heroin, things of that nature, usually it's 1 day to a week for withdrawal factor, right? But methadone takes 2 to 3 months to withdraw. And so for me, when it came to, there are some people commenting and saying, be careful with kratom because you can become mentally addicted to it. And I thoroughly agree. I say that if you're going to try kratom, you should be very careful and be very wary that you could just be trading one addiction for another. But when it comes to methadone, Suboxone, and alcohol withdrawal, it's definitely a lesser of two evils, right? And so what I would say is if you're going through methadone, Suboxone, or alcohol withdrawal, I wouldn't feel bad about the whole trading one addiction for another, because Kratom is a lot easier to get off of. Now, let me say that everybody's withdrawal period from everything is different, subjective, I understand. But as a whole, from all the stories that I've heard, my personal experience, let me tell you, it is a lot less significant. The withdrawal is a lot less significant from Kratom than it is from methadone. And methadone, you're in for 3 months of hell, not sleeping, possible psychosis, people with heart conditions. It can be life-threatening and even fatal. It's just something that it's on a whole different level from normal opiates. Now, would I say that Kratom is good for withdrawal from like Percocet, Vicodin, morphine, fentanyl, and what's that one? Heroin, right? Because I've never done heroin, but I know that there are many people who are on it and who are struggling. Would I say that Kratom is helpful with that? Yes, because the reason why is because those things have a tendency to mess with your situation, your lifestyle, your family, what you can do, what you can't do, job opportunities, and all of that stuff. If you can get on a regimen that you're not buying illicitly, not buying illegally, and you don't have to go to some shady persons to get it, you don't have to risk going to jail to get it and stuff like that, this can be a stepping stone down to getting a better life, right? Now, let me say, I'm not demonizing anybody who takes methadone, Suboxone, who's an alcoholic, or even somebody who does heroin, because we all struggle in life. It's just, you pick your poison. But I would really say that if you're going to use it as a detox method, or as a method of getting off of one substance to get onto this, it's excellent. Now, let me say this. Let me preface all of this by saying, I have no dog in this fight, really. I'm no longer taking Kratom, but I know there's a lot of people that are suffering, and I'm actually helping them get off of some things because they want to or because they have to. And again, methadone and Suboxone do, save people's lives by circumstance. They get them off the streets. They get, they help them stabilize and stuff. But when you're ready to get off of methadone and you don't want to be tied to the liquid handcuff, that is, there's definitely something to help you. And I just want this to open up a dialogue and get people, in the comments section talking to each other and saying, hey, this is my experience with Kratom. This is what I know and stuff like that. But there's a lot of, the big problem is that the DEA is trying to make it a Schedule 1, right? And they haven't done it, but because there's all this negative stuff floating around about Kratom, there's not a lot of scientific testing for it. And until we get that, we're not going to get the demonology of it to go away anytime soon. But anyways, like I said, you're going to hear, different things about Kratom and stuff like that. And a lot of this stuff is speculatory, but I did want to say that the different veins are not different species of the plants, and the gold and train wreck and all these different versions of it. All it is the processes of drying the plants and how they ship it, how they bring it together. And there are some hybrids. That's what gold and all that. Mang Da is a hybrid of a plant. They bring it together at certain stages and things like that. And so there are different levels of it. Mang Da means pimp grade, I believe, which means strong. But anyways, I just want to open up a dialogue and create a community that talks about this openly, because it needs to be spoken about. Kratom is an amazing tool when it comes to withdrawal, and I'm not invested in it or anything like that. And anyone trying to sell their stuff on my page, I'm going to delete it, because I believe in just good information. But anyways, this video is about to cap, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.